How do you manage stress when you've got a full schedule, unending demands, and very little energy? That's the subject of today's video, coming up. Hi everyone, it's Jessica, creator of Golden Triangle Yoga and founder of Yogini Mama, where I want to help you manage everyday stress, create healthy habits, and live an empowered life. The subject of today's video is Stress Mastery Part 2. And if you're interested in Stress Mastery Part 1, I'll link it up in the comments. But where we ended up last time is how to know whether the shift that's needed is internal or external. And we ended with a really important self-reflective question of, what is the most important thing right now, and how to create clarity for yourself in the moment. So right now I'm going to share with you 3 really important things that might be a kind of overlooked answers to that last question, and how you can start to address those to make a big impact in how you respond to stress. Your experience of stress has to do with 3 things. You are a product of how you eat, how you move, and how you think. So, first of all, eating. Now, I'm the first to tell you, this is not a cooking channel. You will never see a video on this this YouTube page that is me in the kitchen cutting and stirring and doing recipes. There are plenty of people who are better at that than me. I don't really like to cook. It's not really one of my strengths. However, I do like to eat. And I like to eat well because the food that you put in your body is fueling your cells. And it's so important. It gets overlooked, especially when you get busy. It's like we get surprised that we're hungry, right? So I am a snack planning master, I think. I'm doing pretty good at it. So here's some quick tips that you can maybe use to keep your pantry and your fridge stocked with healthy, collagen-building, mineral-dense foods, and not just the leftover like crust of peanut butter and jelly that you made your kid for lunch, right? Or a handful of goldfish crackers. If you're doing that, you gotta stop it. You need fuel. Your cells need fuel and minerals and vitamins. So one of my favorite go-to snacks, of course, super easy, boiled eggs. I get a bunch of cage-free organic eggs and just boil them up at the beginning of the week, peel them, put them in the fridge, they're good to go. Great source of protein. The second thing I really like to do is get the whole grain tortillas, the Ezekiel 4-9 tortillas, you know. Unless you're gluten-free, you can get a gluten-free tortilla too. And then get a nice hummus and some of those little beet spirals or your favorite veggies, some spinach, and then you just wrap it up. Maybe if you've got like some grilled chicken you've done from the night before, you can throw it on there and you have a quick snack, and that's really easy. And then third course, always got to have on hand smoothie ingredients. Green smoothies are a go-to around here. We keep the fresh spinach, we keep banana, frozen pineapple, a great, protein powder, some good almond milk, whatever is your favorite. But have all that stuff on hand so that whenever you get hungry, don't be surprised like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm hungry. You're going to get hungry, especially if you're in your life and you're going, you're moving, you're shaking, you're chasing kids, and you're building your business, or you're managing a staff, or whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to get hungry. So be prepared so that you can fuel your body and treat yourself well from the inside out. Next up, how you move. Oh my goodness, one of the first things I hear from yoga students and tired moms and tired women everywhere is that I don't have energy to exercise. Well, guess what? I feel ya. I know. I've been there too. I don't have energy to exercise either. Not really. But guess what? Energy comes from exercise. So you got to get it in. Our bodies are made to move. One of the reasons too that, sometimes insomnia can be a thing, or we're waking up later in the night or having a hard time winding down, is because we have not moved our bodies. We're not meant to just sit around at desks all day or behind, car wheels all day or on our phones all day. You got to get it in and you got to get moving. Now, I'm a yogi. I like asana practice. That's really one of my daily go-tos, but that's not my main source of like cardio, or exercise. I don't really look at it like that. I look at that more of like therapy, right? Quite honestly. But I really do like to do my cardio, and I like to get that in first thing in the morning as soon as I can after I feed my baby. I put her in front of a little show, and then I got 30 minutes, and I dash right there and grab the elliptical or do some weights or whatever. If the weather's pretty, I can put her in a stroller and go for a little buzz around the neighborhood. But you gotta get your movement in. So what do you do when you don't feel like exercising? Here's the thing. The next time you know it's time to exercise and you gotta get in your workout, whatever it is for you, then you go, oh, I don't want to work out. I hate working out. I don't feel like going. I don't want to do it. And then you go work out. right? So you gotta work with that resistance because it's just drama. And then once you get going, you usually feel better. So you gotta get that in. If you like to dance, if you like to bike, if you like to swim, if you like Zumba, if you like yoga, if you like whatever, but get 30 minutes in every day, at least 20. Move your body. And see, all these things are gonna make you stronger. The way you eat, the way you move, is gonna help you to be more equipped to be in a position to manage your stressful situations as they come at you. And then finally, the last thing is how you think. Now, this is the hardest thing to address, really, but the good news is how you eat and how you move is going to address how you think. It's going to shift it because we're systematic beings, right? But how you think is really important. And so there are a lot of different ways to shift this, and this could almost be a separate video, but just a few quick things here. How you think. How you think. Your mind is the architect of everything. And so if you wake up in the morning and you're already dreading the day and you start to talk really negatively to yourself, and you know, us as women, like you go to the mirror and you're like, "Ugh," you know, and we're like critiquing our fine lines on our face, and we're like critiquing like our little arm fat and all the things, you know, and we're like, oh, this is wrong with me and that's wrong with me. That kind of self-talk is going to weaken you, and no wonder you're feeling tired and no wonder you're feeling drained, right? So you got to stop that and start putting some good things in your mind. If it's a podcast, if it's a YouTube channel, this one, please subscribe to this one. But if you have somebody that really inspires you, put it on, get it in your mind. If you're driving in your car, get it downloading some good stuff going into your brain so you have positive self-talk. But then really the number one thing that you can do to shift the way that you think is first thing in the morning, spend some time in meditation. And even if that's 5 minutes, the first thing you do when you get up after your bathroom hygiene things needs to be a 5-minute at least meditation practice where you just sit, close your eyes, and let your mind settle. Be clear. Start the day clear. And then do that throughout the day too. As you start to feel real turbid and things start to feel real stressful, guess what? You can always go back to that. You can go back, close your eyes, and just be in the moment and let your mind settle. I have a great teacher who gives the analogy of your mind being like a snow globe. And there's all these, like little snowflakes in the snow globe. And so there's the church in the middle, or the house, or the kids on the pond, or whatever. And if you shake up the snow globe, you can't really see it very well. But as you sit the snow globe on the shelf and the little particles of snow settle, then there is clarity and you can see. And so that's what meditation is like for your mind, especially in the beginning. It's just sitting that snow globe on the shelf and letting the turbidity settle. So I hope these tips have been helpful for you, because listen, managing stress or mastering stress has very little to do with what's happening around you and more than what you think to do with how you're responding and how you're showing up in every given moment. We spend so much energy trying to control the people, the circumstances, the weather, the finances, all the drama around us, when in reality that stuff, it's just a given. It's going to come, it's going to happen, it's going to be there day after day, moment after moment. But if you're strong, if you're nourishing yourself through good food, and if you're meditating, and if you're moving your body, you are going to be in a place that's so equipped and so steady and so vibrant that when all the drama unfolds around you, you become like the eye in the center of the hurricane and nothing can shake you. So take some preemptive steps to master your stress today. This is Jessica with Yogini Mama. Namaste.